we can't deal with the Chiefs. Sorry to the Swifties and sorry to everyone else, but we can't deal with the Chiefs.
If you're a Chiefs fan, please, we don't want to hear from you.
Still like and subscribe, listen to.
AM Sideline Report, where you go to crew. Touchdowns and tackles, we give you the view. Huddle up, football fans, this show's for you. From the pregame hype to the final whistle, true.
Hey guys, welcome to the AM Sideline Report. I'm your co-host Marcus, and with me as always,
Arnold.
yay! My peanut butter to my jelly.
Oh, look at this guy being all sweet. I love you too, bro.
I love you, man. Come on. But dude, how you doing? How's things going?
Yeah, carrying on. Yeah,
Yeah, dude, I'm super stoked, bro. I'm excited because we've been doing this now for a couple of years. Just me and you, chatting, talking about American football, and now we can actually bring it to you guys. Talking about American football, bring our thoughts and everything to you guys. So yeah, I'm super stoked about that, man.
Yeah, also sharing people's thoughts with us,
Yeah, exactly, man. But yeah, so we know each other.
Yeah.
We know each other very well.
Yeah,
I should say.
good amount of time now.
Yeah, that's well, a couple of years.
Feels like forever, man.
But
When's it gonna end? No, dude, that's a dick. I know, I'll be a dick. That's all right.
But obviously they don't know us.
Yeah.
Okay, so Arnold, tell the people a little bit about yourself. Who you are, how do you get into American football?
Hi, my name is Arnold. That's it.
Hello, I'm Arnold. I'm an alcoholic.
What did he say?
Oh no! Whoa! We're not there. No, okay, wrong meeting. But no. So yeah, American football. Early 2000s. So since about high school.
Okay.
Giving my age away a little bit, but kind of didn't really know much about the rules. A couple of games off the sports on weekends, that type of thing. Growing up in hostels, you've got nothing else to do, so that kind of thing. Didn't really know much about it. But it seemed like a fun thing. So I started watching a bit.
American football's a very fun thing.
It is. So started reading up on the rules, looking for teams, looking how to play, things played out. And basically been a supporter ever since.
Oh, who though?
Oh, I chose the Packers, of course, mate. Green Bay all the way. Yeah, and I know you're a Patriots fan. So
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Yeah. Well, I won't say born and raised Patriots fans. Because, I moved from Cape Town to Jeffreys Bay in about 2007, 2008. And then I was busy scrolling through DSTV. That's a thing here in South Africa. Not a lot of people use it anymore, but I was busy scrolling around to that, found ESPN, and also it was 2008, because it was Super Bowl 42, if I remember correctly. It was the Giants versus Patriots. And
Like when ESPN still had those types of things on there.
ESPN was still a thing. Yeah, well, ESPN's back, but
I mean, it's still a thing,
football.
but it's
so
but it used to be better.
that's what
It used to be a lot better. Anyways, sorry, I interrupt. My bad.
So I was watching the game. It was, like I said, Giants versus the Patriots, and Patriots lost the game. I think it was like 17-14 or something like that. And you know me, I always root for the underdogs, and that was my first game watching. So to me, they were the underdogs at that point. So I just decided, okay, cool, I'm going to support them, and I've been supporting them ever since, man. That's how I got into it. Just randomly stumbled upon the game, and I started watching.
So tell me, after 7 Super Bowl wins, 6 Super Bowl wins for the Patriots, actually, right? Are they still the underdogs? I mean, currently they are. I mean, in theory,
Currently they are, yeah. But back then, no, definitely they weren't.
exactly.
But like I said, okay, I was going to take a sip.
No time to sip.
You got me hyped up. Back then, okay, cool. Like I said, I've never seen American football before.
Yeah.
Just scrolling, started watching. I'm like, oh, this is a thing, So back then, for me, they were the underdogs. Even that, like I said, that was 2008. At that point, I think they had like 3 Super Bowl wins already.
No, well, it was Brady anyway.
Yeah. So at that point, not knowing anything about American football, to me, they were the underdogs. At the moment, yes, they're definitely the underdogs.
Yeah.
Last season, winning 4 games, and the season before that, 3, I think.
And they did better. They gave a game better, right?
Let's not talk about that again. Goodness gracious. Yeah, especially this season with what's it, Jared Mayo?
Yeah.
And he didn't perform as a coach at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was a difficult role to step into. So
Yeah, it's especially leaving off taking over from Bill Belichick.
Yeah, Bill Belichick.
Yeah, what did I say? Bill, my bad. Bill Belichick, my bad. Separate. Now through a blank. Can't remember what I was going to say.
2 hours later.
Yeah, no, it was big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
For Mayo to take over for Bill Belichick. Very big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
So obviously they were expecting big things, and unfortunately, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, but like I feel that there's a combination of coaching as well as player performance, but also the skill level you have. That's what I mean about player performance. So the skill level that you have in the team, the coaching staff that's expected to do some magic with that. And then, but it's also the sort of back office administrators, the people like in charge of actually recruiting and hiring and firing guys. That's kind of, let's call it a political battle or a economic battle. I don't know how you want to describe it, but depending on who's in the team and who's spending what and who's pulling what strings and things, it kind of tends to, I want to say, it's like a combination of all three parts that have to be correct in order to actually have a strong thing, or at least a strong contending team. It's. And I don't think, like, it's difficult to pin it on one particular role. And so like Mayo had a difficult time coming in there. Like, I mean, he might not have been a great coach. I think, to be fair, he's like an average coach. It's not a great one. And definitely could have probably done better. But like where it was four games won or 6 games won, or 8 games, you guys weren't getting. Yeah, we know. We definitely weren't getting to playoffs.
No, like definitely not. Yeah. That only 4 games wins. There was no way we were going to make playoffs.
Yeah, bigger changes needed to be made.
That's that. Or coming into 2025 season, that could be a big change, though.
We'll see. I know what you're referring to. I know
some big things, very.
Yeah. We'll get.
There's some nice coordinators he brought in. Lots of trades,
which we'll get to.
We're in a future episode. Definitely I'll get into that. But this is more of just a meet and greet from us to the guys. From next episode, we'll definitely get into the different trades and drafts and things like that. That's a future episode.
Okay, so that's maybe a great segue into what are we trying to present? What are we trying to do? What is AM Sideline Report?
So AM Sideline Report, we are trying to grow a community of American football fans here in South Africa. We've noticed, we actually had the discussion once that AM Sideline Report actually began by accident, because we noticed that there's barely any communities here in South Africa talking about American football, and we actually stumbled upon each other in the sense that we both liked American football. And that's how we became friends.
Through casual conversation. I think it was just a random discussion at some point. I mean,
we used to work together a good couple of years ago, 6-7 years ago, something like that. Something silly. We used to work together. And during casual conversation just between the two of us, we realized we both like American football, but we can speak about it. And that's what happened well, I won't say recently, but quite some time ago actually, between me and one of my former colleagues as well. He's into American football, but he didn't speak about it. It was just a random conversation.
Yeah.
And that's where we had a conversation one night, having a couple of drinks, just chilling, talking nonsense that we always do, and realized that there's no community here in South Africa. No one talks about American football. And that was
Might have been really popular. It is actually watched a lot.
Yeah, it's
a lot of people interested in it. Also don't think a lot of people know about or know a lot of the rules, but it seems like an interesting sport. And I think, so there's quite a number of viewers, or at least people that support teams, they watch games, but there's nobody it's all done in the sort of private and quiet,
in a hush way.
It's not rugby, nobody talks about it kind of.
We've spoken to a couple of people already here in South Africa talking about American football, and they're like, oh, it's a sissy sport. Why you watch that nonsense, whatever. But it's definitely not a sissy sport. Come on. They each other.
Yeah, that's...
That came out wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, luckily I didn't say they beat each other off, because that would have been worse.
What?
Very fair points. That's... So, AM Sideline Report is, we want to build a community of American football fans here based in South Africa. And that's where you guys come along. We want you guys to join our community of American football fans and grow the sport, grow this amazing sport in South Africa. But as you know, obviously, we've been speaking to a league here in South Africa. We're part of a league here in South Africa, based in Joburg, called SAAFL, South African American Football League. And they're doing the same thing. They're trying to grow the sport here in South Africa. Because, like we said, no one speaks about it. No one shows interest. Even though they watch the sport, it's kind of, quote unquote, frowned upon, because being South Africa, it's more rugby, cricket, and things like that.
Yeah, so I think also just to put into perspective, I mean, look, obviously in the US, American football is a huge thing.
Well, Thanksgiving's taken over by American football.
Yeah, I mean it's a long-standing tradition. It's
Thanksgiving Sundays. All the men is busy watching football.
Yeah, so I mean technically, so it's big in the US. Obviously, it's where its home or origin is effectively. But over the last couple of years, it has the NFL, which is the biggest league outside of college football in the States. They've so slowly been expanding out to, for example, Europe. There's now Brazil.
Brazil's doing for a while. Europe's doing for a little bit. There's now Australia. They're going to be playing a couple of games this season in Australia.
So they've slowly been expanding out and trying to involve the rest of the world to some degree. And okay, look, I mean, one can say it's always like, it's about ad revenue and monetization and all that type of thing. But the sport itself seems to have caught on in a large number of places outside of the US. And in addition to that, I mean, they've got player recruitment drives, which happen frequently, and training programs and things like in Africa, for example.
Yeah.
There's a large number of African players that that participate in the NFL itself, part of teams and things in America. So the sport's been kind of generally growing. They've been expanding it, and as of one of the last year, I think they announced flag American football being added to the Olympic Games. And like
the 2028 Olympic Games.
Yeah, 2028 Olympic Games. So we'll definitely see flag football, which is the non-tackle version, kind of similar to touch rugby. And that'll be there, and it's actually quite interesting to see. Like obviously through SAAFL, we've had some insight into some of the back end processes and what's going on in the background. But a lot of countries are actually prepping and putting teams together and getting training on refereeing and coaching and just basically training. And so it's quite interesting to see the hype that's involved or that's going into it from countries from as far as Egypt.
Yeah, there's a flag football championship that's happening in Egypt in June, I believe.
Yeah.
So it's growing quite a bit now.
Yeah, who's who? We know who's participating in that, right? It's so far it's South Africa. I think wasn't it Nigeria as well?
I believe so. Yes, I'm not too sure with all the countries, but it'll all be obviously South Africa. I believe it's Nigeria, and obviously Egypt because it's going to be hosted there.
And that's just in Africa, and then obviously expanding out to the rest of the world. It's definitely big. Yeah. Actually, I remember when Netflix did they broadcast was it the Thanksgiving game or was it the Christmas games?
I think it was Thanksgiving games. Yeah,
they broadcast the games. They actually had a segment on there where you could message in, and then they'd like in the sort of play stops or gaps, they'd switch to the studio and read some of the messages that were sent in, and they asked like for clips or messages from people from wherever they were in the world that were participating in. Yeah, there was a phenomenal amount of people that came in from all over the world.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, it's definitely known and it's popular. So I mean, yeah, like let's get the ball rolling here.
Exactly. Let's grow our community.
Let's start talking about it.
Like people don't really talk about it, and that's what we try and do. We're trying to grow this community, get everyone together, bring NFL to South Africa.
Or let's say American football.
Yeah, or bring American football to South Africa. No, because why I say NFL, they playing games in Brazil, they're playing games in London, they're playing games in Australia.
Yeah, true.
Have a couple of games in South Africa.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Grow a community, show that there's interest in South Africa,
and bring the players,
the voice.
Yeah.
Imagine Patriots. Well, last season it was Patriots versus Jaguars in London.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I think Jaguars have their like secondary home base or whatever kind of thing is it London?
Is it? Yeah. Well, last season was London. Yeah. Probably is. Yeah. Because I remember watching that game last year. I made a very, very interesting TikTok of my thoughts of that game. I'll post a clip here. You guys can watch it. So this is my post-game thoughts of Jaguars versus the Patriots. Thank you for listening.
That's okay. So that's all well and good. But what are we talking about here? What are we going to be discussing on
our podcast? Yeah. So definitely on our podcast, we will be doing some game coverage. We're going to be doing some news, game predictions. We're going to do our own power rankings. And then obviously all the NFL guys, the big guys, they do their power rankings on the teams and that. But we're going to be doing power rankings for NFL, UFL, SAAFL. We have a couple of leagues that we'll be covering here on AM Sideline Report. Like I said, it'll be NFL, UFL, SAAFL. We will get into SAAFL. I'm pretty sure everyone knows NFL, obviously, and UFL, which was XFL back in the day, which changed up now. Possibly doing some hot takes.
Yeah.
We'll be doing...
Just for interest as well, like while we're discussing things like power ranking, like that. So just to be clear, like I'm not an expert on this stuff, right? So
neither am I.
Yeah, this is just us discussing the stuff, and if you disagree or you don't,
comment down below and let us know.
What do you say?
Comment down below and let us know. You guys disagree on our thoughts. We're happy to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll definitely discuss some of that. But yeah, I mean, like, don't be shy. I'm like I say, I'm not an expert. It's all
That
It's
is
all fun and games at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what it is. It's two guys starting a community for fun and games. Let's just have it there. We want to have fun sounds bad, but we want to have fun together.
Yeah, with everybody else as well, like bigger the party, right? Well, that circle, make the circle bigger, some whatever.
Make the circle bigger. So we'll obviously have a couple of fun segments, like lightning rounds, crash or fire, things like that. Every week we want to discuss MVPs of the week for each league, coaches of the week for each league, maybe game of the week, what's been the best game for that week.
Yeah, I think that also depends on what league is actually running at that point in time. Like UFL is currently running.
UFL's running. NFL's running.
NFL is only starting in September, somewhere around there.
That's a good time. So it will be for NFL will be more new trades, drafts, things like that.
I mean, there's always things happening in the background. It never stops.
Off season's busy as well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
But a lot of this will be mostly for UFL and SAAFL going forward at the moment. Like I said, MVP of the week, game of the weeks, that's all be SAAFL or coaches of the week as well.
Yeah.
It'll be more SAAFL, UFL, because NFL season hasn't started yet. We also like to do some fan questions, comments, things like that. What we would like as well is to have a guest or two every now and then.
Yeah.
So we can get their thoughts, chat to them, get their insights.
Yeah. So are we gonna mention that we've already been in discussion with one or two people?
Yeah, we can go for it.
I mean, well, I think you've mostly been in discussion with people. So yeah,
so that's a segue to the South African American Football League, which we call SAAFL. So SAAFL's a league that started 2024. They had a season last year. They on their second season at the moment. SAAFL is a league, like I said, based in South Africa, obviously the South African American Football League. Based in South Africa, they began as an 11-man team, as All-American Football team. Yeah. But unfortunately, it was just basically two teams. So what they did was they decided to drop down to a 7-man game. So 7 aside, and they expanded to a couple more teams. At the moment in the league, there's 5 official teams for tackle, which is the Harlequins, it is the Commandos, Battlehawks, Vol Kings, and Vol Knights. But they are teams all over South Africa at the moment. There's teams in Cape Town, there's teams in Durban, there's teams up north in South Africa. We've actually started our own team as well.
Yeah.
Which we are looking for players.
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested in joining our team, if you're based here
in Eastern Cape, let's just more specifically around the Brisbane area, and you're looking for some fun. Sorry, I think I interrupted you.
No, it's 100%.
So I mean, definitely let us know. We're looking for people that are interested. Initially, and I think also just to go back to what you were saying, Marcus. So there are 5 tackle teams at the moment in South Africa that are playing in the SAAFL League. Yeah. The other teams that that we mentioned are, like throughout South Africa, are currently running flag football. So it's kind of like touch rugby.
Yeah.
It's more fun. It's there's no risk of injury. You don't gear up. There's no it's pretty much you can put some sunglasses on and step out and it's an enduro kind of thing with your flags attached to you, and that's pretty much it. So it's a good afternoon of fun. Good morning, I guess, if you're playing in the morning. So we're looking at flag, I think, initially as well. So
no, we're far from ready for tackles. So
yeah,
we will start with flag.
And so definitely, I mean, if you're looking for a good couple of rounds of fun, American football's the in thing now. right?
It's a big thing now. So
We're gonna make American football great. Who do I sound like?
Mr. Trump. But yeah, so if you guys, any of you guys are in the Jeffreys Bay area, or maybe in PE area or St. Francis area or anything like that, comment down below, let us know. We're looking for players. But if you guys aren't, if you guys are in just South Africa in general, like I said, there are teams all over South Africa. So comment down below as well. We'll let you know. We'll send you contact details for SAAFL, or you can reach out to SAAFL on Instagram and TikTok at SAAFL, SAAFL, and you can find them there. You can send them a DM or comment on one of the videos, say that you're interested, and they will get back to you as soon as possible as well.
Yeah,
And you guys can join
a team that's close to you.
Yeah.
Or at least in your area.
Yeah.
Something that's fine.
Yeah, definitely. Also, if you're not, let's say if you're not of age, which I'm not sure what cutoff age is yet, but there is a thing called YAPL that's also underneath SAAFL, which is
The Youth American
there we go.
Football
League.
Yeah.
So
That
it's
is
kids playing flag football.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in that as well, if there's any young kids watching this video, if you guys are interested, or parents that would like to get their kids into American football, there is YAPL as well. I will send you guys the same details and contact them, and you guys can get into a league there too, or a team that's in your area. Because SAAFL's just they're doing the laws here in South Africa. So, like we spoke about earlier on as well, we trying to build a community in that. So, why don't you tell the guys where they can find us, where they can reach out to us?
All right. Okay. Plus, it's on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, X. What do you call it?
Yeah, Twitter.
I mean,
I still call it Twitter, even though it's called X now.
yeah. We've got a website that's still like in the coming soon thing, but we'll get it sorted. Where else are we?
Well, it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, and YouTube, and website.
Apple Threads.
Didn't you say Threads?
No, I didn't say Threads.
Oh, my bad. Okay, cool. But anyways,
There too. Okay. So yeah.
but yeah, we'll put a link in the description where you can find all our socials, all our website, things like that. And yeah, come visit us, follow us, subscribe to us,
Yeah.
and join the community. Man, we really trying to build a nice community of South Africans here.
Yeah. Bring your opinions. Let's discuss the games. Or thoughts, opinions. I think I already said that, but yeah, thoughts, opinions, perspectives. I mean, gives you somewhere to air it out and mention, and find out what everybody else is talking about. Same or in a similar sort of vein as well.
Yeah, so one of the segments we would like to add is fan questions, fan comments.
Yeah, remember this is about community, right? So it's it's not just us, some random
just
randomly talking a bunch of rubbish. We'd like to get feedback as well, and find out what you guys think.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
We want, like I said, like we both said multiple times, we want to build this community. So we want to hear your guys' thoughts along with our thoughts.
Yeah.
We're bringing that into our podcast as well.
Right. So before we go, you want to answer a couple of questions, just to
We have a couple of questions.
Well, get a couple of questions.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
All right. So,
our lightning round, which is not a lightning round.
yeah, it never ends in a lightning round. It's always, yeah. Is this the perfect time to put up the 2 hours later?
2,000 years later.
All right. So, okay, that's we do try and keep it quick.
Yeah, we'll try to keep it good. Let's try to keep it lightning.
Yeah. All right. I know the question. You've already answered it, but NFL team, favorite NFL team,
Obviously, New England Patriots.
and yours?
Bears.
I'm just joking. I mean, it's the Packers, of course. No.
Both agency.
Yeah, we know this.
Yeah, we both
I know your
thoroughly on this is the Kansas City Chiefs.
yeah. Screw the Chiefs, man.
We can't deal with the Chiefs. Sorry to the Swifties and sorry to everyone else, but we can't deal with the Chiefs.
If you're a Chiefs fan, please, we don't want to hear from you.
Still like, subscribe, listen to.
All right. Dream Super Bowl matchup.
Oh, 100% same with both of us is Packers versus the Patriots.
No.
Don't come with that nonsense. Packers versus Patriots.
Jaguars Bears.
Oh, shut up. Packers versus Patriots. Shut up. Don't come with that. Your team versus my team. Dream Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah.
No, the last one happened a very long time ago. Good couple of years ago.
Has there been a Super Bowl matchup between?
Yeah. Super Bowl 31. Packers beat the Patriots 35-21.
Of course we did. I mean, what did that was a shout out the outcome.
Good gracious. Yeah, so we need to get back to the Super Bowl. You and me.
Yeah.
1987 was the last one.
Yeah, you need apparently retribution, but we'll still kick your ass back.
Oh, please. You and love.
Back to well, we're not talking about love. Yeah. Okay. Oh, sure. Are we talking about love?
Oh, Drake May is going to kill love.
No one said that love was going to be a part of this. I'm just saying. It's just, okay, we said lightning love, and now I'm trying to like keep it to like,
ladies and gentlemen,
right? Worrying.
Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, are we going to talk about this? Okay, so yeah, right. Okay. All right, so love is decent. He's not a bad quarterback, right? But I think we've discussed this before, right? So I've mentioned before. So Love is he's all right, but when it comes, he wants to get off the field. Like it seems like it's
as quickly as possible.
Yeah. And which is fine. It's not a bad thing, but his his passing is it's glory shots. And when they succeed, 100%, it's great. It like, shots work, throws work, passes work. It's a great moment. Great throw to witness. But
there's terrible ones as well.
But it's that fine line where like he makes like the dodgiest pass you can possibly make, and if it works, great. But it also has that like fine line where like it could just go on to the other side. Like if it does go to the other side, it's a terrible moment. It's like a 50-50 shot. Is it going to work? Is it not going to work? And I'd actually say even less than 50-50 because oftentimes these passes into deep coverage or like heavy coverage. And I mean, it's potentially accurate, but small slip or something. And, he's, whoopsies, kind of thing, which costs us games.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, okay, we had Maddox this last season, right?
Yeah.
And he's a safe quarterback. Like I still don't think we would have got to where we did. We got our playoffs, but yeah, I don't think we would have got there without him. And so there's kind of a fine line where you need like the that catch plays and those glory moments. But there's also times when you need safe plays and take the easy route. I mean, look at Josh Allen. Right?
Yeah,
he's considered a great quarterback. But have you ever seen him he'll take the shot or he'll take that moment when it presents itself. But in terms of pushing the Bills up the field, it's that slow incremental. Like he'll push him, he'll drive, and then moment.
Yeah, Josh Allen is just a beast. Man.
Yeah,
like dude. He deserved MVP for last season.
Yeah,
but he was just a brilliant QB.
Yeah. So like I'm not set on Love as the quarterback of Green Bay in a sense. Look, in saying that as well, let's go back a couple of years to our friend Mr. Aaron Rodgers. But he kind of followed in the same or similar sort of trend, kind of thing.
It seems like the place is only still
in his heyday, yeah. So yeah, I mean, the last couple of years he played for us was just a downhill trend. And then the Jets kindly took him off our hands for us. So,
And the Jets regret it ever since.
yeah, well, exactly. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm not saying Love can't do it. I'm just saying I don't think he has the caliber of experience yet to fully cement a Super Bowl win.
But you think if Malik takes over?
No, still don't either. Like again, Malik's a safe quarterback. Potentially he could grow out of that safe space, and I think there's a bit of doubt though, or question, let's just say, on whether he could make catch plays when it's needed. And I think there's a bit of hesitation. Like his passing game isn't that strong, so a lot of you'll see, like for instance, when he starts or he comes out onto the field to take over, a lot of his early plays are all like it's all on the ground. Handoff to running back or something along those lines, and you get the short pass here or there, but it starts off like that, and then like there's a moment or two where you're like, okay, there's a easy open downfield throw, I'll take it, then you'll take it, but it has to be really, really safe for him to do that. So I mean, like Malik's for me, like if he had a full season with us, for example, start to end, and he was the starter, I think we'd finish about middle of the pack somewhere. We won't do bad, but we won't do like phenomenal. We don't have he doesn't have that push to get us up to the final sort of chaos. Lead the pack when he needs to.
Okay, I see it. But going back to what you were saying now with the safe and the balls and things like that, like even with Josh Allen, like he can be safe as well, but he can also pull out some other passes, some dangerous stuff, also run the ball. But unfortunately, he still hasn't gotten to the Super Bowl either, and he's been there for what?
That's true.
5 years now, maybe more.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, he's a strong contender each time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So this season, you're not looking at the Bulls at the beginning of the season going, I wonder if they're going to make it to Super Bowl this season, or playoffs this season.
Yeah, so you know for a fact they're going to make it.
You're not going to make it there. Yeah, it's kind of like something has to go really wrong for them not to be there. So it just depends on the caliber of the other teams that get in playoffs, whether they're going to make it or not. And then but they're getting there.
Yeah.
The types like I would say like Love, for example, at the moment, which I kind of really hope he does improve.
For your sake, yeah.
But at the beginning of the season, you don't know whether you hope that we're going to make it to playoffs, but you kind of not really certain that we're going to make it there. You'd have to see how the season plays out.
Well, like this season now, like you said, okay, cool. If it wasn't for Malik, you guys wouldn't have made it, because Malik took over a couple of games when he was injured. When Love was injured, Malik took over a couple of games.
Yeah,
and you guys just made it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
and you guys lost in the first round, in wild card round in the playoffs.
Yes,
first round wild card.
Yeah, so that's we did lose to the Eagles. Who actually beat us in the first game of the season as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's that.
I forgot what the first game was. Yeah,
first game of the season was Packers Eagles in Brazil, and we lost. And Love injured himself. Was out for the next, I think, 3 or 4 games. So Malik took over, and I think we won like 3 of those 3 or 4, or 2 of 3, and I think without those wins, we wouldn't have been even been in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Because if it wasn't for Malik, you guys probably wouldn't have made it. Yeah,
yeah.
Because for that first 4 or 5 games, if luck continued, might have lost all of his games. And he goes, yeah, that's also been.
Yeah, because he I don't know, he stepped out of the season not really confident either. Or it didn't seem like he had that confidence in him. So yeah, it was a difficult
touch and go.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how things happen this season. It's going to the park.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Paps are on the rise, as you hinted at earlier.
Yeah. Mike Preble is doing some beautiful things. He's buying some beasts of players. Well, we will get into that in another episode. We won't go into that now. But yeah, the next question is get back to that.
Oh yeah, we're still in the lightning round. Well, I guess
you were still in the lightning round. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so both agreed Super Bowl matchup will be Packers versus.
Yeah, I think that's
Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, like you versus me, we've been at this for a while.
Yeah. To the States. Watch this game.
You've got to find who is the better team currently.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we can't look on Madden.
We've got to settle this.
We can't play Madden and look because
exactly.
There's no ways. You beat me every single time with the Packers.
Oh, well, I mean,
screw that. Until you play with the Lions, and then I whoop your ass every single time.
I hate the Lions. Hate playing with the Lions on Madden.
Yeah, don't hate the Lions because the Lions is all poor.
Well, I mean, technically, the Lions are in our division as well, so in the Packers division as well. So it's a bit of
it's a tight one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, next question: best NFL moment you've witnessed?
See, this is a difficult one for me to answer this. I literally can't think of anything.
You suck.
I wouldn't say that. That sounds nice. Fine, I'll just drag myself out here and carry on here.
Leave the city.
Take myself by the collar and go drag myself out. No, I mean, yeah, like there's nothing specific that I remember
comes to mind.
Yeah, standing out.
Yeah, for me, well, you can take one then, because I have two.
Okay.
So last season, Barkley with his reverse hurdle was just freaking
I see. Yeah.
Next level.
But there's that as well.
Jalen Hurts passed the ball. He's dodging, backwards hurdle over defender. That was just freaking stunning. That was beautiful. That's definitely that's one for the ages. I don't think I've ever seen anyone backward. Yeah, I've seen people hurdle, but not backwards. That's just next level. And obviously,
I think before we carry on, I mean the first play of NFL Super Bowl this year. 2024-2025 season. The first Eagles play in Super Bowl was also Barkley.
And Barkley couldn't do anything. They shut Barkley down.
No, didn't he get the
in the Super Bowl? The Chiefs were shutting him down.
No, but the very first the first time the first score that they got, it was I'm pretty sure it was, or am I thinking of a different game?
So if I remember correctly, there was actually a game in the snow.
Yeah, it was probably one of the conference championship.
Yeah, it was conference championship. Yeah. So it wasn't Super Bowl. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or NFC conference championship.
Yeah. That was quite a.
Yeah, that was a nice run. I remember that. Yeah. I still watched the interview afterwards as well. Yeah, well, that was a beautiful touchdown.
But okay, I suppose nothing compares to the hurdle.
Yeah, the hurdle was a please me. Yeah, so the other one was Super Bowl 49, where Patriots was down first half. I think it was like 24-0 or something like that.
Yeah, 20-0. Well, yeah, okay, it could be 24, but it was 20 something.
Yeah, because the final score was 28-24.
Yeah.
And Brady just came back and destroyed.
Yeah, they were getting run over by the Seahawks and
then first half I was like, yo, what's happening now? And second half, Brady just came back and just destroyed it. Yeah. That to me was probably one of the biggest moments, yeah.
Alright, yeah. So if you would meet any NFL fair are still present, who would it be?
Well, I think you guys know, and I think you know as well. Obviously, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with meeting Tom Brady.
Yeah, but I mean, he's had tons of interviews. There's like a book or two, whatever, about him.
Hey, this is not an interview or book. This is going to be a beautiful dinner. Candles lit.
Those are
Bottle of wine, I guess. Really.
read each other's story.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your end?
Probably Aaron Rodgers, and I don't mean, I don't like. I mean, his NFL career. Who cares? But like,
You get in their mind.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's. I mean, what goes through his mind? Like, with like some weird, really like weird. I don't want to say crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it works for you, it works for you, kind of thing. But I mean, crystals and
Lock yourself up in the cave for a couple of months.
yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what drugs he's using there, but
They do
must be
all
be
the
some really good stuff, But yeah, so I mean, just to have that sort of, how do I say, like perspective on things. Well, let's call it a perspective. But then also still at the same time, I mean, he's navigated through the sort of bureaucracy and whatnot of like a team's administrative side of things. I mean, honestly, like he probably ran the Packers for a while he was there.
Yeah.
And
then he ran the Jets for
exactly, like he was literally commanding who he was going to play with and how he was going to play and what he was going to.
Oh, you brought Adams over as well.
He brought a number of players over when he signed with him. So yeah, I mean, like, how do you? So he's obviously got a great understanding of the inner workings of a team and its management and how the like what's actually happening in the back end that nobody sees. But then at the same time, he's probably half baked half the time, kind of thing.
He's going cuckoo.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, just to I don't know, just sit and chat and find out how he thinks, and
That would definitely be interesting.
yeah.
My goodness, that would be insane. That would be very interesting.
But yeah. But I guess we can talk about all of that in each episode, right?
Yeah, well, you'll bring up Aaron Rodgers every single time, so it doesn't.
No, I won't. I promise I won't. I promise. Lots of promises. I mean, maybe once or twice. But yeah.
Or 10 times in season 1.
You know what? Afterwards we can go back and count the number of times I bring up Aaron Rodgers.
And we could bet now.
Yeah, bet now. Okay. I say 3.
You say 3.
Yeah, 3.
You bring Rodgers up 3 times.
Yeah, in total. Where I bring him up. If you bring him up, it's a different story. All bets off. We don't count that.
Oh, that's dick.
No, if you bring him up, it doesn't count. If I bring him up, if I'm the first to mention Aaron Rodgers, and not like through a forced thing either, so not like, oh yeah, who was the quarterback of like Packers, whatever kind of thing, and I say Aaron Rodgers, that doesn't count because that was like initiated by you, right?
Yeah.
So yes, if I discuss an Aaron Rodgers topic or very specific topic where I bring it up, then it counts. So anytime it counts.
Okay.
Okay, I say 3 times.
You said 3.
Yeah.
I say 10.
Really?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of episodes coming in season 1. So.
Oh, geez. I actually forgot how many.
Like, comment, and subscribe for that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of episodes coming for season 1.
Okay.
So you say 3, I say 10.
Yeah, I can do it. I can keep my mouth shut.
No. Oh, you're not going to. Oh,
I can keep my mouth shut.
Podcast planning, you're not going to bring up Rodgers once.
I'll never bring him up. The three times that I said, like I said 3 times, that's for just in case I accidentally do. That's for the in case moments.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I'm Like, I think it's 0. Honestly, I think it's 0, but, like 3 just in case.
Just in case. Giving yourself some leeway. And
Exactly. You got to like buckle yourself on the bed. If I say 0, then I'm accidentally making a mistake once, and like,
Ooh.
I've really lost.
or anything after 0, I'll win.
Exactly.
Or anything after 3, sorry.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So
No, actually, no. Wait. Hold on.
what is this 4, 5, 6, 7?
No, how does that count? Like, technically 4.
Because I say so.
No, wait. Now we're going to now we're going to negotiate these terms and conditions.
Anything after 3, I'll win.
No, we didn't. We haven't agreed to that. It's closest number.
Okay, so closest to 10, closest to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, let me understand this right. So closest to 3 means what? You win 10. Okay, so if he gets if we count afterwards and it comes out to 5, then technically I win, right?
Yeah, because it's closest to 3.
Okay.
If it's 6, it's closest to 10.
Okay. All right. So in that case,
Yeah.
all right. That's on.
Guess who's winning this season. But anyway, yeah. That was the end of the question. So we probably should call this one a wrap.
Yeah, let's wrap it up and get to the next episode.
Yeah, because we don't want to catch you guys sitting for too long. So comment down below, like, subscribe, give us your thoughts, your comments, your hot takes, anything you guys want to mention. We are open to listen to.
And we can, I guess, just send it up to the next one. Yeah.
See ya.
No, cheers and catch you next time.
From the sideline.
Sideline report, who you go to crew. Touchdowns and tackles, we give you the view. Huddle up, football fans, this show's for you. From the pregame hype to the final whistle, true.